I do have one more video to watch today. So this is a video by JGod. He titled the video, "They're Sabotaging Their Game and Verdanks Delays." I haven't watched it yet, and this video came out right after the most recent update to the game, which broke the game. Broke the game pretty majorly. Matchmaking wasn't working. There were more bugs, people under maps. It didn't fix anything with the anti-cheat, didn't fix anything with the servers. And the same sort of day, we got leaks about Verdansk not coming until season 3, which we'll talk about, I'm assuming, once he does. But I have a different opinion on that one than he probably will. So let's dive in here.
They got to be sabotaging this game at this point.
I'm in the way. There we go.
I don't even know what to say. So Call of Duty update says minor update has gone live with bug fixes, including one to address players crashing on loading screen. So you go into the patch notes. They're here. Obviously, they're pretty extensive. We got some bug fixes. Fix an issue where loading screens were causing instances of freezing and crashing. Fix an issue with the bullet trajectory on the AMR mod for whatever. Fix an issue resurgence players were dying out of bounds, would lose functionality of their field upgrades and kill streaks.
Already read
fix an issue
so
where models, whatever, LTM, who cares? So they gas up that there's this update coming, right? It says this was around the holiday time. It says as we approach the end of the year, we'd like to share some insights. They go through a bunch of stuff, and it says many of these improvements will ship shortly after the holiday. In the meantime,
I didn't put this in my video. I should have put this tweet in my video that I did on this, but yeah. So a lot of people were asking, did they actually say that the fixes are going to be coming after the holidays? Well, here's kind of like your proof. It's in the pudding. They literally said it in a tweet. Raven specifically said it in a tweet.
We wish you a joyful holiday season. Cool, they got to take the time off, whatever. Obviously, that's like part of their contract, so it is obligations, I believe that's how that works. So many of these improvements will ship shortly after holiday. Charlie and Intel chiming in. When is that, right? Because we're getting really close to season 2 with it only coming out on the 28th. So we got about, what, 15 days or something like that?
We're at 12 days now.
2 weeks. So this wasn't shortly after the holiday.
Most
people kind of expect around the 6th, 8th, the 10th. Somewhere around there that we'd get an update that solved a lot of issues. Not all of them. That's unrealistic. Right, like we expect that, but then these updates are even breaking the current iteration of the game. So right when the update goes out, there's not even area to play anything but quads. But then like an hour later, they end up fixing it, and then you do have the playlist options to choose the different ones for Resurgence, in addition to the quad. So
that's not
they went and changed it after the fact, right? So the Resurgence rotation gets added. You can see it's under Plunder Quads, but on this one, it's not there. So things went out of their way to get bugged out. And Warzone Rank also ended up with some issues. So you end up with ranked play where there's players now under the map, buy station issues where you couldn't buy stuff, and then there's other things going on. So it's kind of like, it feels like there's intentional, it has to be intentional.
Why would it be intentional, right? Like, we're at the point where we're in complete disbelief how hard COD is messing up their game. Like, we're in complete and utter disbelief that like they could really do this crappy of a job.
At this point, there's no way you mess up this this bad. It would have been almost better to see nothing than to see an update that essentially does nothing and makes things worse, right? Like that's a big problem. And then we also have Greg Risdor says Friday was his last day, so I don't know if he was let go or what.
There was a couple people at Sledgehammer who left. I was gonna put this in my video, but like the main guy, like I believe he was one of the head people over
but
at Sledge.
MW3 has been basically the best game in the past 7 years or something like that. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, why the heck is he walking away? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like he did a lot of good work. Having talked to him in person before, he seems like a chill dude. But
he's a chill guy, guys. He's a chill guy.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's weird. So what happens with the Sledgehammer side? I know there's still a lot of great people over there, but it's like he kind of took over a lot of responsibility during World War II, during the second half when things actually started getting fixed. So it's kind of a weird thing to see that happening around this time. And it's like, is this the first of many where people are going to be stepping down and they're changing the structure over there or whatever the case is? Because MW3, like I said, has probably been one of the highlights of the past 5 or 6 years.
Dude, this is one of the reasons why I hate the Call of Duty community. Right here. Like, this is not against JGod, but holy shit, is the Call of Duty community dumb sometimes. Last year, let me vent. Last year, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, everyone was dumping all over it for being a $70 DLC. Like, Blame Truth, dumping all over it for being a $70 DLC. Nero, all of these guys that are now saying Modern Warfare 3 was the best COD in 7 years. Like, they're both saying that now, right? And maybe their opinion changed somewhere along the line. Fine. But everyone was dumping on it. When Modern Warfare 3 came out, I'm like, hey guys, listen, this is actually pretty good. Like, they're doing a lot of good here. They have like the weekly thing, and like, it's not a $70 DLC. They've changed so much from Modern Warfare 2. It's a brand new game, and yes, there's a lot of old maps, but they're introducing all of this stuff. And I got called a shill for standing up for what I believed in, and now people are sentimenting the exact thing that I said back then, and they're like, it was the best one we've had in 7 years. Like, the only, like, screw off, dude. Like, if you, like, people need to actually, like, go back and look at what people said back then and what they're saying now. And, like, nostalgia is a thing. And, like, it is so frustrating to, like, stand up and, like, right now, I will give you my exact opinion on Black Ops 6. You can come back to this moment right goddamn now, next year, and hear what my opinion is on Call of Duty. Black Ops 6, great movement. Weapons feel good. I think the overall game mechanics as a whole are good. The servers suck, the hackers suck, and they're not putting their effort into the right things, more so into microtransactions than anything else. Therefore, the game is dying because there's nothing new, nothing exciting. End of story. We'll see what happens for the rest of the year, but that is my opinion right now. I'm not going to go back on that because that's how I feel about the game. In a year from now, am I going to say, oh, Black Ops 6 sucked because the game mechanics sucked, but the rest was... No, it's going to be my same opinion next year. Anyway, let me go back to JGod. I went on a little bit of a rant there. I got mad.
Game content, live service part of it, multiplayer. I know, zombie.
And you know what the worst part about this is? Because I brought up Blame Truth, there's going to be people in the comments right now. You probably already commented on it saying, oh, Blame Truth only cares about having a good game and stuff like that. And you know what? Maybe he does. I'm not going to judge what he thinks about the game or anything like that. But like, just the people that are saying that, and you know what? I think JGod might have actually been one of the people who said Modern Warfare 3 was a good game back when it launched. So he's not a good example, but go back and look at what these people said. Go back and look at their videos. Go back and look at everyone who made a video saying it's a $70 DLC, because I made a video titled that, but if you watch the goddamn video, it's me saying that the game's different. And read the comments, it's me getting dumped on for saying that. And now people are saying it's the best COD in 7 years.
Zombies wasn't everyone's flavor, but it was there. And then how they've helped out with the elements of Warzone that he mentions in his tweet here, where he goes through like the different work he did for Call of Duty, were some of the better parts of the Warzone stuff. So it's like he contributed, and I don't know what the deal is with that. Then we get Verdanks is reportedly returning in Warzone Season 3. This is something that that was already kind of rumored. The weird part is that this ends up putting it in April, right? A lot of us thought March, so I don't know if we're going to get Season 2 will be shorter to accommodate that and make it sooner, or maybe...
So yeah, here's the whole Verdanks thing. Just listen to what Jay got
Season 3 is kind of when it was always going to be, or however that part works. So this is reportedly...
I heard a rumor about a year ago saying that it was going to be season... No, it was not quite a year ago. It was like 6-7 months ago that it was going to be Season 3.
Coming out is reportedly Warzone during Season 3, which will be around mid-April. According to the Ghost of Hope, who is active... Oh, dang, I didn't know Hope. I missed that part. Talking formerly Twitter, Hope replied, and someone is asking him to leak Verdanks to wake them up Hope replied, Season 3, referring to Season 3. Okay, cool. So that's good to know. They heard that Verdanks would return December 2023, which said that they did move directly in excess of OG Fortnite, whatever.
So I have a feeling that Verdansk... So does anybody know what the actual 5-year anniversary for Warzone is? Like the date? I'll look it up. Warzone release date, March 10th. So that was the date that we assumed this was going to get launched on. It's now looking like end of March to early April.
So there's that. So now that's even coming out a month later. Me personally, like, it gives the game.
And again, I will say this about any game. I always say this. I do always say this. If the developer themselves has not given us a release date, then you can't get delayed. If you are speculating a March 10th release date and they have never said that, the game's not delayed. It's just not when you thought it was going to be.
A chance to kind of get their stuff together, because it's pretty bad, like the game right now. Obviously, there's people that can play it. They don't play for long periods of time. They can enjoy it. They appreciate what the version of the game is. Personally, I don't. So it is what it is, right? Like I'm still covering the content that is available. Like I go 9 days without uploading, 20 days without uploading, probably my longest stretch. This is probably the driest Warzone.
This is the least I've uploaded in a month as well, but we've got stuff coming. We're cooking. We're cooking.
Content has ever been.
Second channel's been wild though, growing that thing like crazy.
Said I can repeatedly put out videos saying the game sucks or whatever, but this is pretty embarrassing, right? Like we have this issue where they come through and nothing has happened, and again, communication. It comes back to communication being another issue, that they're just not addressing things as fast as they should, and then they're also not delivering, right? For a multi-billion-dollar company, there's way too many issues back to back to back to back. Even if it was just the holiday and they took time off, it wouldn't be leading to issues like this. Whereas I end up watching the Path of Exile little podcast yesterday, and the devs are completely honest, transparent, open.
Because there's not too many cooks in the kitchen like there is in Call of Duty. We've talked about
probably
that
one of the
many
best
times,
companies in the business. GGG, Grinding Gear Games, open, transparent. Even though people enjoy, like, and they develop trust, and obviously when you get to a big,
Could you imagine the game you playing, the developers having trust for them? I can't.
Company like Activision, being able to micromanage everything that comes out about the game, you end up with some issues. So I think it's pretty unfortunate where the game is right now. I still just been vibing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying other games. I know a lot of people are enjoying other games. Obviously, on PlayStation, they've swapped over to Fortnite being number one. COD HQ is still there, and then somehow Grand Theft Auto Remastered. And then we got Rivals, 2K, Roblox. There's people playing different things. COD HQ is still number one on Xbox.
Which blows my mind.
I don't know if Game Pass has a huge part to do with that, but still over Fortnite, free to play, and Roblox, right? So it's kind of weird. Xbox people got it twisted over there, and then on Steam it continues to fall because Steam has a huge library.
It's on the top 25
game
right
of the
now
year,
on Steam,
Balatro, potential game of the year was there. Path of Exile 2, which like I played almost 300 hours on. Rocket League been around forever. Warframe, Power World had their update. And then you kind of got Baldur's Gate 3 still, which is kind of crazy
for a
right non-live service game there for Baldur's Gate. So, unfortunate. It feels like sabotage at this point. I don't know what else to say. It's really sad that they've gotten to this point. I guess we got to wait a couple weeks for a actual update for Season 2. Let me know.
I guarantee you, I'm going to put money on it. I'm going to put money on it right now. There's going to be no update to servers and no update to anti-cheat at the beginning of Season 2. I'll put my money on it. Anybody want to bet?
What are you guys playing? We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.
Bye, J-God. Oh, but now we're going to listen to Warzone music. Yeah, J-God always... I do respect his opinion. He does speak his mind. And he's not just like uploading videos like crazy on something he doesn't want to play, which... I commend. Also, it's January. AdSense sucks. So there's that as well. A lot of people not uploading as much, myself included. And yeah, it's in a bad state, and I don't think they're gonna fix it next week. Just saying.